Hi, Tony Berry with Bolivar Schools, and we're continuing the video series that we started for the reopening of the school district. And I get a lot of questions, I get these questions every day. Are you going to have a school? Are you going to be able to keep my kids safe? What are the things that you're going to have in place to make sure that my child is safe? Well, and that's what this series is about. And today we're going to talk about the hygiene aspect, the cleaning aspect, and the things that we can all do together to make sure that when we do return to school, we're going to have the safest place that we possibly can. With me today is one of our head maintenance men named Robin Manus, and we're going to be talking about the specific things that these crews will be doing in our school to make sure that we are battling COVID to the best of our ability. Thanks for coming and talking with us today, Robin. Can you kind of just tell me a little bit, what do you see that you're going to need to do in the school to ramp up the cleanliness and the hygiene and the sanitation of our school district?
Well, we have a lot of new products to go out to help clean all of this. We'll be hitting up all the main areas like doorways, where we come in entries to the school. Just doing a whole lot more during the day instead of just a nighttime thing.
What type of frequency are you talking about? You said doing it more often. What type of frequency will you be looking at to hit those commonly used in those hard surfaces even more?
Well, by the time we make our rounds and things, I have to say the custodians do, it'd probably be like every 2-hour basis.
Okay. And for the bell changes and at the high school and the middle school, I would say that we are looking at increasing that even more there.
Oh, yes, there'll be a lot going on all the time. So hopefully we got enough staff to take care of it during the daytime hours.
Can you talk to me a little bit about the disinfectant you will be using? Does that kill the germ effectively?
We have what they call a Texas spray gun. They don't really call it a gun, it's a disinfectant.
Yeah, we can't say guns in school.
But anyway, it sprays on and it stays on the fixtures until it is touched. So if somebody comes in and they ain't even touched that room or a chair, it will stay on there all the time until it is used.
Okay. Those areas that we're going to be spraying, we have purchased 5.
We have 4 right now, and we got 10 more on order.
And I paused because I know that we had ordered that many. It's just so has every school district and hospital in the United States and multiple other countries. And getting them in is a little bit hard to do, but we have been starting to receive them. You want to grab that one over there and kind of show the people what we're going to use. This is a electrostatic fogger. And this device will be used to go into the classrooms, and instead of just wiping, it's going to produce a fog mist that is going to adhere to everywhere in the room. And we're going to take you to one of our classrooms, and we're going to kind of show you how this works.
This is a high traffic area that they do, and we're going to be doing it more frequently during the day and the evenings. This is another high traffic area is on these doorknobs. We do all the light switches, everything that kids touch. Another high traffic area is along where they hang their coats, their backpacks. Also got all the tables and chairs. We have sinks in some of our rooms, and we have bottles of spray that they leave in the rooms with them. Plus they have sanitizers in every room now, where they use squirt bottles where they've always got them. And everything in the school district has got sanitizers in the main areas, hallways, front door area. That way people can use them when they come in. All the kids has always got access to them.
I'd like to talk to you about a couple of things that I received as feedback when we spoke with our faculty, when we spoke with our school board, and from the feedback that we've received from the community about some of the high questions that get asked is, well, what are you going to do if a child gets COVID while they're at school? How are you going to take care of them? Well, here's the deal. I can't promise you that that's not going to happen, and I would probably say that in the culture and in the climate that we're living in right now, I'd say it's a pretty high chance that one of our students, one of our staff will become a positive case with COVID. So here's the intention. First of all, for our faculty and our staff, they're going to receive health checks every day before they start work to make sure that they are not symptomatic. I'm going to be asking for our parents to take a great role in this also, because I want you to take the ownership of checking your child each day before they come. We are also going to be doing visual health checks as they come in to see if a child needs to have further testing done. That testing will be completed in our health services offices, which we have at each of our learning centers. And then if a child we suspect that they do have the potential for the COVID, we have also a safe room where they're going to be able to quarantine, and it will be supervised, and it will not be a bad situation for your child. But you will be called, and then we're going to rely heavily on the Polk County Health Department to conduct those tests and to make sure that all the tracing is taken care of, and that we're going to get the student back into the school setting as fast as we can. Another big question that I'm asked a lot will be concerning family vacations before school starts. And I would just say, we're not going to be all about telling you you can or cannot go on a vacation. But let me stress to you this, there could be repercussions that come with that vacation that you take. Health department's going to ask, how did you travel there? What were you doing there? And is it a hot spot according to the number of cases that are currently being seen in that area that you're traveling to? School's going to start on August 24th, and if you're in a quarantine situation, many times people will take those vacations before the week before school starts. And we have a lot of issues concerning sports and activities, because those practices will start on the 10th. Not going to tell you you can or where you cannot go, but our health department may tell you that you need to be in a quarantine situation. And there we go down that path. You know, it's going to take all of us working together. Are you going to be able to do it without telling anybody? Sure. Are you going to be able to go to a hot spot and not and potentially bring that virus back? You bet. Now, how is that for your family? It may be fine, but think about this. What if that virus comes back and it is spread to a classroom or a team or a myriad of other situations? We're going to have to deal with that no matter where you're at on the whole spectrum of how devastating this virus is. The fact is that as a school district, we do have to deal with it, and if we have to quarantine mass numbers of people, that's gonna really hurt. So I would just ask you, be cognizant of where you're traveling, and if you do need to be in a quarantine situation, and just always be truthful. We're going to be able to work. We're going to be extraordinarily flexible as a school district this year in absenteeism of not only our faculty and staff, but certainly of the children that we're teaching also. So let's just all be truthful, and let's be upfront, and it's okay, and we're going to be able to work through it. Now, here's the thing. I'd said I'm going to ask for the parents to help out, and in last week's video I talked about how this is a team effort. And this has to be a team effort. We're not going to win this battle at all if we don't take ownership ourselves. And here, I want to talk directly to the people that, you know, in my situation, I have all ranges. Oh, well, there's nothing that this there's no such thing as coronavirus, all the way to this is Armageddon that we're facing. I need everybody to take ownership. If you believe it, if you don't believe it, if you think it's that big, this is going to take every one of us making sure that we're taking care of our due diligence. And that's going to start with the school. We're going to take care of the sanitation, believe me. And I appreciate Robin and all the things that he talked about today with the sanitation. And believe me, it will be done at a much higher frequency than we have ever done, and getting a lot more areas than we have ever done. Now, on the parents' part, I'm going to need you to perform health checks on your kids. And for most of you, that's a no-brainer. You already do. But I'm saying that this needs to be everybody providing those health checks before they send their kid, before you send your child to school. And our staff, we're going to be diligent in trying to make sure that we're keeping the social distancing. Sanitation, hygiene, and social distancing. Those are the 3 things that we're going to focus on. Now you're saying, oh yeah, social distancing out of school. That's going to be an issue, how we're going to pull all of that off. Now, a lot of people are asking, well, what are you going to do with a mask? Are we going to mask everybody? I'm not ready to make that decision just yet, how we're going to go about that, but here's some things that I can say with certainty. I have staff members that are at risk, that are at high risk due to health concerns not related to COVID, or due to their age, or due to a myriad of factors. And I also have students throughout this whole school district. We're talking about 2,600 kids that have health risk also, and they have immune deficiencies that are going to cause them to be at a higher risk than everybody else. And here's what I would say about that. If somebody is in one of those situations where this could be, for them, a life-threatening situation, and a child gets asked to put a mask on when they are dealing with that person and that person is at risk, I have no problem saying that we're going to ask that child to mask up or ask one of your students to mask up. And I think that 99.9% of you are all going to agree, yeah, if somebody's at risk, I want to make sure that we keep them safe. And if you're that 0.1% that thinks that you're not going to invade on my rights, I think that that is a situation where we need to say, we will certainly allow you to take school online. We provide that. We will help that child with that. But there will be times where we will be asking people to mask. And as far as masks, we've already ordered masks. We've got Liberator masks coming. We have child size and we have adult size that are coming, and they are reusable. And that will be something that everybody will have availability to. This takes a team, and I hope that we're all going to embrace this. And the great thing about it is, not only are we going to whip COVID, but we're also going to have a great impact on our flu season, the common cold, just the fact that we're going to be a lot more hygienic. The sanitation is going to be better, and I fully anticipate that this year we're going to get one of the best learning experiences that the child has ever had, due to they're going to be at school longer. We're going to be take away a lot of the absenteeism, and I think that this is going to be a year that we're going to be Liberator strong. Next week we'll see you, and we're going to talk about how we're going to work with our transportation, how we're going to keep the hygiene and the sanitation on the bus. See you next week.